I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like a...
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz.
There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz on target to Reagor, first down Eagles.
Eagles first down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Washington, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the...
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Right at midfield.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
43-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Eagles.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Washington nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2nd down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
They should have put a stamp
Picked
on me in the
by
locker
Kendall
room.
Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins.
So now 2 pick-6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Now Wentz.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Eagles' 18-yard
2nd and 2.
Kaepernick now to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And he slings one that's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Steven Sims there to make the grab.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Thomas Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey.
Complete.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does Washington have it? They do.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the...
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. The throw taken in by Sims. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 38 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
26 miles.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On play action, it's Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 26-yard line.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 28 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And his kick is right through.
This Washington 28, Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Kaepernick now on first down. That one caught by Gibson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the sticks moving.
complete to Logan Thomas.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
31.
So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. Gibson takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check it back.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field Winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Miles Sanders.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia.
To punt for the Eagles.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain,